a lot of us has lost the plot, so let's bring it back to four because imagine my surprise listening to The Life of a Showgirl thinking, oh, it's amazing, everyone is going to love it. Only to find out the amount of hate it has been getting, and I'm like, seeing even Swifties that are saying that the writing is bad, and I'm like, are we hearing the same album and what they expect and so forth? Now, to be fair, I did expect that there will be eight on the album, but after listening to it, I thought, okay, it's not going to be as bad as I expected. And the reason why I expected to be hate because it's Taylor Swift, right? Everyone had super high expectation, and that was the reason why I was personally glad that we did not get Rep TV. While I love Reputation and I want the Volt track, I was so scared of Rep TV coming because I just knew that for Rep TV to really, like, I knew if she released Rep TV, it would have been her most hated album because everyone's expectation for Rep TV was out of this world. Like, she had to, like, probably get the sun to turn into a snake and announce Rep TV. She had to get the clouds to turn into the tracklist name. The star have to be giving lyrics nightly, teaser lyrics. That's how she would have to come with Rep TV because the expectation that everyone have, oh my god, Rep TV is gonna be the best, and I'm like, oh crap. If Rep TV comes, no matter how good it is, she would be hated. And this was the trajectory that I saw The Life of a Showgirl going because everyone is like, oh, Taylor's going to pop, it's upbeat, they're thinking 1989 and so forth. And something that I have noticed that is quite interesting in the Swiftie community is that each time she released an album since Evermore, I'm seeing that persons are trying to link it back to a previous album, which kind of ruined the experience for the album, and which is the reason why a lot of you guys do not like that. Since Evermore, we have, like, a lot of Swifties have been comparing the albums to, like, previous album and trying to let it be in the shadow of that album, which kind of ruined the experience, and which is why the album is always hated initially because you guys keep trying to make it a shadow of the previous albums that have been there while just accepting it as a completely different project, completely new in its own experience. Because when Midnight came, I am guilty for some of it, but I normally do it for lyrics. When you do it for lyrics, like the parallel for lyrics, it's fun, it makes the album better, it makes the storytelling and the tie-in way better. But when you try to go back to say, oh, the sound, the vibes, what it's giving, it will ruin the experience. So person was saying Midnight is very rep and 1989 and lover coded. They did the same thing for TTPD, saying that, oh, it's Evermore and folklore with a little this and that, and a lot of person didn't like it. And then as the new album comes, you sit with that album and you get it for its experience, then you kind of let it be its own album. That's when everyone starts to like it, and that happens right around when a new album comes. And then the cycle starts over again. So for this album, persons are saying Life of a Showgirl is giving this but less this and mixed with this and trying to put it in what they expect it to be. Some person wanted a old Showgirl out, and its album is The Life of a Showgirl. Taylor literally said this is about behind the scene, not what's taking place on stage. And for some reason, no one heard that because now everybody wanted big glamorized production theater, and it's like, that's not what it's about. Some persons talk about, oh, it's not deep or it's not this like 1989, it's its own separate album. Accept it for that. It's like having children, and each time you have a child, persons are expecting that child to be one of the older child and trying to give the child that identity instead of just accepting this child as a instead of accepting the child for a completely new different individual. Maybe there's one and two similar to like the siblings before, but like accepting it for a whole new child, we're not doing that, and that's kind of ruined the experience for the albums. And that's what persons did with Tortured Poets Department, but now they kind of see Tortured Poets Department as its own album, its own era, so that's why now it's getting the love. But at that time, persons were too caught up trying to compare it to what was before, trying to compare to the lyrics and the era and so forth, that destroyed it. And by the time you start to conceptualize it as its own album, its own era, it's too late and a new album is out, and then we do the same thing. And then I can guarantee you when TS13 comes, that's when Life of a Showgirl will be loved because everyone will accept it as our own era, not linking it back to previous. And that's when they're going to be like, oh, it's so good. And then they're going to hate on TS13 because oh, it didn't do this and it didn't do that. And it's like, aren't you guys tired of the same cycle? Like, I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. The album is amazing. There is no skip. I don't know what you mean the lyrics are not deep, and because I don't know if you're following those storylines and those beat, those chorus, those hook, like a masterpiece. I don't know what else to tell you guys.